When Scotty McCreery first appeared on the national stage, he was a young man with wide-eyed eyes and a deep voice that astonished audiences all over the United States. More than a decade has passed since that historic moment. It was at the age of 17 that he won the hearts of those who were passionate about country music with his maturity, sincerity, and vocal warmth. These are attributes that have only grown stronger over the years. Now in the year 2025, McCreery is standing tall once more, celebrating a milestone that further solidifies his position as one of the most reliable hitmakers in modern country music. Bottle Rockets, his nostalgic collaboration with Hootie and the Blowfish, has officially been the #1 single at country radio. Fans who have been following McCreery's journey from the very beginning will find this accomplishment to be very significant. Over the course of his career, he has developed an identity that is founded on authenticity. His songs have a sense of being lived in, and his stories reflect the joys, pains, and memories that are a part of everyday life. This tradition is carried on by the song Bottle Rockets, which combines McCreery's long-standing skills with a new surge of energy, a sense of introspection, and a collaboration with one of the most renowned names in American music. It's a song born from memories and the heat of summer. A writing retreat is one of those rare moments when artists move away from schedules, deadlines, and work duties to simply explore ideas. Bottle Rockets began not in a polished studio, but rather in the open, creative freedom of a writing retreat. Consequently, this resulted in a spark of inspiration that brought back memories of the past, including summers filled with music, open roads, friendships, and the long, warm evenings in Carolina that McCreery has frequently referred to throughout his career. The title itself encapsulates the exhilarating joy that comes with being young, moments that are uncomplicated, exhilarating, and short, yet that turn into indelible recollections. A flash of electric nostalgia can be heard in the song's sound, which combines the old country charm of the past with the pop-rock brightness that is evocative of the 1990s and the early 2000s. This song has the feel of the soundtrack to a summer that never came to an end. Furthermore, the presence of Hootie and the Blowfish, along with the undeniable impact of Darius Rucker, contributes to the overall complexity of the narrative, which is what makes the track even more remarkable. They were the ones who defined the musical landscape of the Carolinas throughout McCreery's childhood, and their songs were woven into the fabric of summers for a great number of listeners. McCreery connects generations by including them on Bottle Rockets, which marks the beginning of his own climb to popularity, which is connected with the legacy of the band that was responsible for shaping a significant portion of the cultural identity of the region. There is a feeling of destiny coming full circle as a result of the collaboration. During the process of McCreery revisiting the memories of his youth, he was able to pay tribute to the musicians that contributed to the soundtrack of those years. The experience is reminiscent of a musical handshake that spans the ages, and it strikes a chord with fans who have grown up listening to both acts. The combination of their voices and styles has resulted in the creation of a song that is familiar and new at the same time, as well as timeless and youthful. A seventh #1. A testimony to the expansion of ideas. As a result of Bottle Rockets reaching the top spot on country radio, Scotty McCreery now has 7 singles that have reached #1. This accomplishment is commendable not just because it demonstrates his consistency, but also because it demonstrates his development as an artist. From early singles that were rooted in youthful optimism to deeper insights that emerged in adulthood, and now a celebration of nostalgia that feels both universal and personal, each chart topper follows a different era of his life and career. At the age of 31, McCreery has established himself as one of the few musicians who has effectively developed with his community of fans. His early fans, who were also teenagers when they seen him win a televised tournament, grew up to become adults and went through many of the same transitions throughout their lives, including marriage, responsibilities, memories of home, and the development of their aspirations. McCreery's music has been a constant companion throughout this journey, providing a soundtrack for both significant events and more intimate moments. The Bottle Rockets label represents a logical progression. In this way, an artist is able to look back with gratitude while also looking forward with eagerness. The fact that McCreery is able to comprehend his origins, acknowledge his inspirations, and maintain a connection to the narratives that molded him is demonstrated by this. On the other hand, it demonstrates that he is still open to new creative endeavors, collaboration, and the exploration of new creative landscapes. Achieving success on the charts is usually a cause for celebration. However, for McCreery, reaching #1 for the 7th time feels like affirmation of years of consistent artistry. His success is built on more than just chance or transitory notice, as seen by the fact that he is able to continually connect with country audiences across radio, streaming platforms, and live appearances. Heart, hard labor, and an unshakable respect for storytelling are the foundations around which it is constructed. Adding a touch of legacy to the Hootie and the Blowfish. The band Hootie and the Blowfish continues to be one of the most influential bands to come out of the Carolinas, and their influence on the song Bottle Rockets lends weight to the song's sentimental tone on account of their contribution. Because of their participation, many listeners are brought back to the time when they were driving down back roads, hanging out by lakes, and experiencing the sense of freedom that can only be experienced on a summer evening. Their unique sound, which is warm, melodious, and instantly recognizable, blends in perfectly with the deep voice of McCreery. An additional aspect that is brought to light by the partnership is the cross-genre nature of contemporary country music, which incorporates rock and pop elements while still being faithful to its roots in storytelling. The combination of McCreery and Rucker, who are both well known for their silky baritone voices and sincere delivery, results in a harmony that appears to be practically unavoidable. The partnership has been praised by fans of both musicians, who have pointed out how effortlessly their creative energies collide with one another. Additionally, the triumph of the song represents a momentous occasion for Hootie and the Blowfish, whose legacy continues to reverberate across a variety of musical genres. Their inclusion on a country song that is currently at the top of the charts is a celebration of their continued relevance in a new era of music and a reaffirmation of their widespread influence. A festivity honoring youth and the eternal heat of summer. A universal truth is at the heart of Bottle Rockets, which is that everyone has a summer that they will never forget being a part of their lives. It doesn't matter if it was the summer after high school, the first taste of independence, the long nights spent with friends, or the sound of music flowing through open windows. Those memories are what stay with you long after the years have passed. The voice of Keith McCreery perfectly conveys that sensation, which is the yearning for times when life was less complicated, there were fewer responsibilities, and time appeared to stretch on forever. Through the use of shimmering guitars, sweet harmonies, and a rhythm that feels like the heartbeat of summer itself, the production amplifies the emotion that is contained inside the song. When someone listens to a music, they perceive it not only as a melody, but also as a memory. The manner in which it depicts scenes is cinematic. For example, it depicts gatherings in the backyard, fireworks that light up the night sky, and road drives with the windows rolled down. It evokes a sense of nostalgia that is calming, reassuring, and the feeling of being shared. A profession that is still getting better. Each album that McCreery releases is a step forward in his artistic development. The depth of his songwriting has increased. He now has a greater level of confidence in his performance. The quality of his voice has improved, and it is now more textured, fuller, and emotionally complex. Everybody in the country music industry is excitedly anticipating what he has in store for them as he enters yet another chapter of his successful career. An additional #1 hit, Bottle Rockets, is not simply another hit. It is the culmination of years of commitment, the acknowledgement of inspirations, and the beginning of a new creative horizon all rolled into one. The ability of McCreery to strike a balance between sentimentality and forward drive is what makes him one of the most engaging voices in country music at the present time. It appears that he will have more chart-topping songs in the future. A career that will continue to shine is suggested by his consistency, the loyalty of his fans, and the evolution of his artistic style. While he is working on upcoming releases and announcements, he continues to be a pivotal figure in the contemporary country scene. He is dependable, approachable, and has a strong connection to the fundamental aspects of the genre. Take a look ahead. Fans can anticipate that momentum to continue. McCreary's touring schedule continues to be robust, his interaction on social media is high, and his creative output is continuing to be consistent. The enthusiastic reception that Bottle Rockets has received is adding fuel to the fire of anticipation that surrounds his upcoming album cycle. Whenever he continues to provide fans with glimpses of his writing process, studio sessions, and live performances, the connection that he shares with them only grows stronger. Additionally, the acceptance of the single by country radio gives rise to the possibility of new collaborations, the possibility of award recognitions, and the expansion of listeners. As a result of this seventh number one, McCreary's position among the most prominent figures in country music feels not just deserved but also durable. A song that brings two generations together. Perhaps the most significant achievement of Bottle Rockets is that it is able to bring together listeners from a variety of various time periods. It speaks to the young person who is experiencing freedom for the first time, the adult who is reminiscing about the past, and the longtime fan who has followed both Hootie and McCreary through their musical careers. It is a celebration of a cultural memory that is shared by all people, one that combines warmer nights, summers in the Carolinas, and the everlasting tug of nostalgia. It is a song that connects people of different ages, musical styles, and life experiences. Due to this, it was able to achieve the top spot. This is not merely due to the fact that music is catchy or beautifully crafted. Rather, it is because it appeals to feelings that have been felt for decades. The journey is not over still. Scotty McCreery is currently experiencing yet another defining moment in his incredible career as the song Bottle Rockets continues to climb the charts and stream across playlists all around the world. It is more than just a significant achievement for him to have his seventh single reach number one. It is a reminder that his artistic abilities continue to develop, broaden, and connect. As he has grown older, his voice has developed into the self-assured and compelling energy of a seasoned storyteller. His voice was once the promise of a young star. In addition, his trajectory does not appear to be slowing down, much like the pyrotechnics that are evoked by the song. As he continues to press forward with